Hello, welcome yet once again to our interesting program here on Africa. And you can see the image out there that I'm showing you this evening or morning, wherever you are. That is Kisumu City, for those who are aware of this beautiful city. Kisumu is Kenya's largest city, located on the shores of Lake Victoria. It is the capital city of Kisumu County and was formerly the capital of the now de facto Nyanza province. The city is a major industrial and commercial hub, playing a crucial role in trade between Lake Victoria and Mombasa. Kisumu is culturally significant as the center of the Luo people of East Africa. It was briefly named Port Florence during the colonial times before reverting to its original names. The city is undergoing urban rejuvenation, modernization of the lakefront, and improving infrastructure. So, if you are in Kenya or in the western part of Kenya, make sure that you visit this beautiful city, which is run by Professor Anyang', who is the governor for Kisumu. So, make a date and eat some omena and tilapia at Luangni Beach in Kisumu. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Africa 24. And today, yes, we opened the scene with the good news that the Deputy IG has resigned, and we elaborated to you what it means by resignation. Now, there is this issue of compensation. I don't know whether this is compensation or it is pole, or I don't know where to classify the money that is being given to Albert's family, lakini I think ni pole ama ni pole kwa kupoteza mtoto wao. I've got some good and bad feelings about this kind of money. I don't know, but maybe you out there, we can share this discussion and see what is the best way of compensating the victims of police brutality. I think there are so many, and when they see this kind of thing happening, then it's, some other people will feel bad. Generally, me, I would feel bad, definitely, that, I lost a family member, or I lost my son or daughter, and the government did not do anything. So is it a case of being selective, or is it a case of where they want to do that for the rest of the families? So I think this is a question that we need to ask, whether the government of William Ruto is ready to give the families that lost their loved ones some kind of compensation under the hands of the police, because the government admitted that indeed they were the ones who have been abducting these young people. So justice is more than just a compensation. So Kenyans need police reforms, as I had said, and we need to start this discussion about police body cameras. It is high time that we start this important discussion, even as we grapple through other things like compensation. We need to look at the overall reforms of the police service. of this uniformed Kenyan men and women? Is it because they are underpaid? That's why they can kill a young man like that. We need to ask ourselves very important question, and maybe we need a psychiatrist like Frank Njenga to come and tell us, why police can stand such horrific scenes of them, killing and brutally killing a human being. We need to ask those questions. So for me, as I said, we will keep on talking about this issue until we get meaningful reforms. We will not stop. This is day 8 of Albert Ojwang tragedy. So I always imagine myself walking at night, and you meet the Subaru. They call them Subarus, and you're put in the car. By morning, you're dead. Another name will be trending in the social media. Another life lost. So let us look into ways where we can solve this problem once and for all. The president has acknowledged that indeed there is a problem. He gave 2 million to the family. The former prime minister gave also 1 million. The Homa Bay County governor, Madam Gladys Wanga, promised to build a house worth 1.5 million. But this is coming after a lot of pressure from the public and the social platform. And clap for yourself, guys. We have done a good job. And we are still continuing to do the job that we are supposed to do, using the social space effectively to communicate and to educate. Tonight that name that is calling is Albert Ojwang, but tomorrow it could be you, your brother, someone else. So let us see whether this thing can stop, because we don't want to mourn. We want to be a happy nation. We want to be like before. We had our problems, but it had never reached a point where we are killing each other because of just a tweet. Albert was more than just a statistics. He was a son, a brother, a friend. His family doesn't just want condolences, they want the truth. They want accountability, and yet, like many before him, the system remains silent. How do you get justice when there is no proof, when officers control the narrative, when those meant to protect us turn into untouchable forces? So that is what happened. These policemen have been untouchable. So the solution we need, starting from today, it's like other countries. They have got body cameras for their policemen. So justice should never depend on witness statements alone. It should be backed by evidence, undeniable, irrefutable footage that speaks when victims no longer can. So if you had body cameras for those who arrested Albert, then those cameras would have been played in court. Across the world, the police body cameras have exposed misconduct, saved lives, and restored trust. Why in Kenya do we still rely on being silent about this? Where do we stand? We need to start talking about police body cameras. Do you believe? Now I pose a question to you guys at home. That do you believe all Kenyan police officers should wear body cameras? Should Parliament make this law? That is the question I leave you tonight, because we must have solutions. We cannot complain without having a solution at the end of it. That's why Africa is so unique. We will point out what is happening, what is going wrong in the society, but at the same time we will give solution to what needs to be done by the government. Let your voice be heard on this channel. You can drop a comment on my Facebook, my Facebook page, or you can shoot an email so that we look at the suggestions that you're bringing. So don't be scared. I've realized that the people who are in the broad-based government, they tend to be a kind of lukewarm. When this thing happened, you could see the kind of rhetorics that they were peddling around about the death of this young man. They were trying to relate it to some kind of politics and things like. Even the politicians themselves, they completely lost it. That it cannot be a coincidence that this thing is happening at this particular time. Those kind of things, that they're things that you leave them to God. Don't just be too I don't know, there is a word I'm looking for, guys. Ile yani, ule mtu kila saa ana mafikira kitu mbaya kimfanyikia imefanyika juu ya sababu fulani, sababu hii kitu imefanyika ni sababu tuko na mapolisi wale hawazingatii usalama, bali wanazingatia wanazingatia ukubwa wa mamlaka za madaraka za zile zinaitwa madaraka za polisi. So those ranks, they call them ranks. I hope I got that word right. They call them ranks. So if amri imetoka huko juu, zile amri ndio watatii kisheria na wazifuate. So hizi ni vitu ambapo zinafanyika kule nyumbani, but we need to talk about them. We need to talk about them so that something is done and we find a solution. So let your voice be heard. Drop a comment now, and I will read it aloud here so that we can have an interactive kind of discussion. Money has been given, promises have been made, but justice is not just about compensation. It's about accountability, and accountability starts with transparency. Why am I saying this? We have heard of Baby Pendo's case. We've heard of so many other cases. We've heard of just recently. Hata tunyamalizana na Shakahola. This country has got a lot of bodies that are lying somewhere, undug bodies lying in graves, isolated graves that families need to know where their loved ones are. And the least they can get is maybe a compensation. It's not enough, but munafaa kuwapatia ridhaa kama, kusema poleni, lakini chukueni hii, na hii makosa tumeifanya na tutairudia tena. I think we need that reconciliation. That body for truth, justice and reconciliation is doing a terrible job. Hakuna kazi wanafanya. So somebody needs to be heading that body that is competent. These people don't know what they're doing. This is the right time that they need to reconcile the public. And the police force, oh my God, you need to do a lot of community activity. Yani munafaa muwe mnaongea na wananchi, munajua wanakuwa marafiki zenyu na sio maadui zenyu. That is now community policing, so that we have a police force that people can trust. That is very, very important. So there should be a week, instead of having this so many prayer days that tuko nayo ati tunaombea polisi, tunafanyia nini. Polisi kama ni polisi wakamkunji, they should have a place where they can interact with the public, tell them what they need to do in case of an emergency, in case of fire. So we have all these departments coming together and educating Kenyans. That is some kind of community responsibility exercise that Morgan, you need to teach your the people that work under you that it is high time that they are taught about how to interact with the general public. Hii mambo ya polisi kuongea kama wakale nini kijana, I don't know how they do it, but I've forgotten, it's been a while. Wapi kitambulisho sijui nini, even if ametoka tu ushago the other day, ameshabadilisha accent. So I don't know why they speak like that, or it is part of their training. I think that is so bogus, it's so stupid. They just need to talk like normal people. Or what do you think down there? They need to talk like normal people. And I keep on repeating, this is not just about Albert alone. It's about every Kenyan out there who has been, has gone through police brutality. Saa zingine umeshikwa tu bure, unapelekwa police station, no charges, no nothing, then unatolewa. Hizo ni kazi gani? We need to demand protection from them, and the only way that we can get that kind of protection is by them wearing a camera when they are about to arrest you. Lazima jitambulisha, lazima kuwe na badge, na lazima tujue ni nani anakushika. So ni hayo tu, and the time is now. This is the time that we need to have those police reforms as soon as we can, so that we can bury the hatchet. Yeah, so that we can bury the hatchets. Huyu mzee amepata hela mingi sana. Hapa ni shida ni kwa wale wanajua pesa na this community. Hapo kutakuwa na shida. In the next after hii matanga ishafanyika na nini, I'm not seeing a lot of the widow of Albert. Nobody seems to be talking much about the widow. They seem to be kind of neglecting the widow. And Albert had a son. Some of this money needs to go to a kind of trust fund to educate that young boy, managed by responsible people who can be heading that trust fund. Maybe 3 or 4, maybe 1 or 2 family members, then some outsiders, because this is a lot of money. Some of us might not have received this kind of money at that particular time in our lives. So this mzee, maybe it is his first time receiving this kind of cash. From the look of things, and what he said about his story, hii pesa hajawahi pata. Hii ni pesa amepata for the first time kwa maisha yake. So he needs some financial literacy. This is the high time that the bank where he's banking or taking this money can educate him on investment, that he can start with this money, because I know so many people have contributed for him, apart from William Ruto contributing 2 million and Raila contributing 1 million. There are people in the diaspora who have been contributing and sending money to him, including in Africa. We sent money directly to his M-Pesa. So he has received a lot of cash, and it's also exposing him to some kind of danger. The area I know Yugis huko sio pahali pazuri, huko ndio Ng'ondowere anatoka, huko si pahali pazuri sana. So naomba huyu mzee needs security. He needs security. The kind of money that he's carrying around is a lot, and if he's intelligent enough, hii pesa inafaa kuwa kwa direct iende kwa account, asiwahi tembea na pesa mingi hivyo. Ile pesa amechangiwa ni mingi sana, so he needs some kind of financial literacy. That's all I had for you. This is day 8 of justice for Albert Ojwang. So keep on subscribing, keep on sharing this particular feed. If there is a need for us to improve, also tell us that lazima tufanye hivi na hivi kwa kipindi chetu. And even if you want to join us, please make a point of coming to Afrique. You can email Afrique on afriqd24hrs@gmail.com. I'll leave the contacts here, but it is important that you also go to the page and find my contacts, find the contacts of Afrique, so that you can email us and you be part of these discussions. With that, naambia kwaherini na mkuwe na wiki njema. Ni siku ya pili ya wiki, so naombea eri na fanaka, na bado tukisukuma hii mambo ya Albert. Nilikuwa nasahau kidogo, and this is very very important. This was one of the stories that nilikuwa nimesahau kabisa. Now the young people and the millennials have organized a demonstration today in Kenya. Nawaomba, let it be peaceful. Don't destroy property like we were seeing some other youths destroying property and cans. Lakini nilikuwa naambiwa hao ni watu wamelipwa. So wale wanalipa hao watu, please just keep off. You know, why? Well, let these young people picket and they go home. Yeah, the police have restrained themselves, and kudos to the police force in Kenya. This time round, wanafanya ile kazi wanafaa kufanya. Yeah, so long as somebody is not throwing stones to you, or is not endangering your life in any way, just restrain yourself. And I've always pushed for the Kenyan police during these riots, if you must use a live bullet, use a rubber bullet. Mtu akipigwa na risasi, that is the end of this guy. And you cannot be killed because of a demonstration. No. You cannot be killed because of that. Just restrain yourself. Use rubber bullets when you can. Use the tear gas. Use the shields. Yeah, if you can. And most importantly, to the demonstrators, ensure that you have a route that you are going to use, so that you are all in one place at the same time. I had one of these young men is called the ghetto president, very notorious with his comments. He was warning the youths not to go to the CBD. I don't know who informs this young man, or who he talks on behalf of who, or who is giving him money to make such comments. By the way, it's a freedom of expression. Watu waji-express vile wanataka, but just tone down, because some of these rhetorics that you go live saying or warning people, it can go against you at some point. So just be careful with what you say, especially during this time. People are mourning, people are sad, some are hurt. but some are also taking an opportunity to loot and to rob other people. So those are the people that the police need to deal with. Those who are taking advantage of this particular situation to rob peaceful Kenyans. So with that, I leave you and have a good morning. Here where I am, it is 10:21 p.m. Until tomorrow, I'll be giving you more updates later in case something comes up. Otherwise, thank you for your subscriptions, and asante sana for the guys who have been giving me a thumbs up on Facebook. Those who have not subscribed and are just watching the content for free, please do subscribe, like, and even comment on the comment section so that we are able to read some of your comments. Otherwise, asanteni sana na muwe na usiku njema.